Shalom. Welcome to another video. And as always, before I get started, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakhwadash, and next double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of the great millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear and whether they forbear. So this is going to be a quick breakdown of Micah, the 3rd chapter. All right, and it's entitled, this portion of the chapter is entitled, Rulers Denounced. Okay, going into the wickedness of the Israelites, okay, of our people and the people who lead our people, all right, such as these plantation Christian pastors, all right, some of these different wayward Israelite camps. All right, the Most High is calling them out in this chapter, so we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. And Yahweh Rechazah, meaning Heavenly Father's will, is edifying to the elect. All right, so starting off, Micah chapter 3 and verse 1. It says, "And I said, Hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment?" All right, is it not for you to know the judgment of the Lord? Okay, did he not give it to us? All right, but yet our people, in fact, let's get this in the blue letter. All right, yet, okay, our leaders, all right, they pervert the judgment of the Lord, man. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 8. I'm going to read it in the KJV and the NLT. It says, "How do ye say, we are wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken. Lo, they have rejected the word of Yahweh. What wisdom is in them?" All right, we read this in the NLT. Okay. Jeremiah 8 and 8 at NLT, it says, "How can you say we are wise because we have the word of the Lord when your teachers have twisted it by writing lies? The wise teachers will fall into the trap of their own foolishness, for they have rejected the word of the Lord. Are they so wise after all?" Okay, so, going back, all right, he says, "I pray you, heads of Jacob, and you princes of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment? Was the word not given unto us?" It most definitely sure was. All right. But once again, our people are wicked. Okay. Verse 2, it says, "Who hate the good and love the evil." That's definitely Jake. Okay. Jake hates righteousness. They hate anything that is pure. Okay. And that's the reason why whenever a criminal or a crook or a thief, all right, gets caught up in their nonsense, they want mercy for them. But then when it comes to us, all right, they want to see us. They want to take our head. They want to take our head off, man. Okay. If the great millstone even is thought of, perceived to do anything, okay, then everybody, the whole nation of Israel is going to jump on our backs. They did the exact same thing to the prophets back then. All right. So that's how we know we're in that lot. Okay. How righteous that would be that number though, man. But continuing on, it says, verse 3, "Who also eat the flesh of my people and flay their skin from off them, and they break their bones and chop them in pieces, as for the pot and as flesh within the cauldron." Let's see this in a different translation. All right. Okay. In the NLT, "Yes, you eat my people's flesh and strip off their skin and break their bones. You chop them up like meat for the cooking pot." Okay. Why? Because our people are wicked, ravening wolves. All right. Matthew 7 and verse 15. It says, "Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves." Okay. Looking to devour you. All right. And it says the same thing in Ezekiel 22. I'm going to read 25 on down to 27. All right, it says, Ezekiel 25 and 22 and 25. "There is a conspiracy of her prophets in the midst thereof, like a roaring lion ravening the prey. They have devoured souls, they have taken the treasure and precious things, they have made her many widows in the midst thereof. Her priests have violated my law and have profaned mine holy things. They have put no difference between the holy and profane, neither have they showed difference between the unclean and the clean, and have hid their eyes from my Sabbaths, and I am profaned among them." Okay, and you're causing Jake to go off. You're causing them to be destroyed, all right, by teaching them incorrectly. That's why we go so hard about false doctrine. Okay, people get mad at us, like with the name doctrine. People get mad at us, but okay, you call on the wrong names, you're going to be destroyed. Okay, it's just that plain and simple. And really, the understanding of prophecy comes through that name of Yahweh Bashmi Shai. All right. But anyways, continuing on, it says, verse 27, Her princes in the midst thereof are like ravening wolves to the prey, to shed blood and to destroy souls, to get dishonest gain. And that's the vast majority of the prophets of Israel. Okay, dishonest gain. All right, that's why, like I said, I don't even mix money into the ministry. You never see me or really any other GMS brother, talking about hit the Cash App or any of that kind of stuff. All right, because once again, we don't want to even have, it's to avoid even the very appearance of evil. Okay. So anyways, all right, we talk about that all the time. All right, buy the truth and sell it not. But anyways, let's continue on. Micah chapter 3 and verse 4. Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but he will not hear them. He will even hide his face from them at that time, as they have behaved themselves ill in their doings. So when that time comes, the Most High is going to punish all the false prophets. Okay, Proverbs 28 and 9. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. And really, that's the listeners, all right, but the false prophets as well, because we're constantly rebuking them on different things that they go off on, all right, but they turn their ear. So when that time comes, okay, the Most High is he's going to turn his face from them. 1 Peter 3 and 12, it says, for the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers. But the face of the Lord is against them that do evil. All right. Okay, so you do evil and Most High is against you. Okay. It's very plain. All right. And the vast majority of our people are wicked. All right. By definition, 2/3. Okay. 2/3 is double the size of 1/3. Okay. So just by that numerical definition alone, for every one righteous man, you have 2 wicked, okay, and vile men of Israel. That's just the numbers. All right. And that's really being generous. Okay. It's really much, King Solomon said, out of 1,000 men, I found one righteous. All right. So the Most High is going to plow down the vast majority of Israelites. All right. Continuing on, though. Micah 3 and 5. Thus saith Yahweh concerning the prophets that make my people err, that bite with their teeth and cry, peace. And he that putteth not into their mouths, they even prepare war against him. So that's what most of our people are prophesying of. Most of our people are coming with that world-friendly, peace and love doctrine. Okay, and the Lord didn't put that in your mouth. All right, you're prophesying out of your own hearts. Okay, and you're leading the people really into death and destruction. You're leading them, into war. Okay, they're going to be destroyed because of your false teachings. Let's go ahead and get that precept. All right, Isaiah. I get this one first. Isaiah 9 and 16. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. Okay, and that's plain. They that are led of these people are destroyed. All right, we can also get Jeremiah 14. Okay, Jeremiah chapter 14, and I'm going to read verses 13 through 15. It says, then said I, Lord power, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assured peace in this place. And what have we had? We had just this past week a bunch of reprobates talking about ain't going to be no Jacob's trouble. Okay, that's exactly what they're saying. Ain't going to be no sword, no famine. Those things are not going to happen. Ain't going to be no mark of the beast. Are they not saying these things? Verse 14, then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught in the deceit of their heart. I'm going to read verse down to 16. It says, verse 15, though, therefore, thus saith Yahweh concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not, yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and by famine shall those prophets be consumed. And the people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the famine and the sword, and they shall have none to bury them, their wives, nor their sons, nor their daughters, for I will pour their wickedness upon them. Okay, so the Lord is, you want to listen to the false prophets, you want to hear smooth things, cool, you could just die. That's pretty much, that's all it is, all right? And we'll get one more, Jeremiah 23. And I'm going to read verses 16 and 17. It says, thus saith Yahweh, power of hosts, hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesy unto you. They make you vain. They speak a vision of their own heart and not out of the mouth of the Lord. Just like I said, they still say unto them that despise me, The Lord have said, and how do you despise the Lord? Because you don't listen to him, you don't obey him. It says, the Lord have said, and they say still unto them that despise me, the Lord have said, you shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. Okay, and that's exactly what's going to come upon them. All right, as Amos 9:10 says, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. Which that's what the vast majority of people are saying right about now. All right, and they go and they heap up to themselves teachers having itching ears that will feed that delusion, that will keep them in that state of delusion. All right, Micah 3:6, therefore night shall be unto you, that ye shall not have a vision, and it shall be dark unto you, that ye shall not divine, and the sun shall go down over the prophets, and the day shall be dark over them. Okay, and that's that gross darkness. All right, so gross darkness goes into judgments, but it also can go into, your wisdom being taken. All right, which you never really had wisdom, because the knowledge of wickedness is not wise. It's not wisdom, according to the book of Sirach. But this is Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, the judgments and the confusion. Okay, because they're not going to have the answers. Only those who really, were learning from the true prophets of the Lord are going to know what's going to happen and how to be, and that knowledge is going to keep them stable in these last times, pursuing to Isaiah 33:6. It says, but the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Okay, and that glory, all right, is the light, the understanding. Okay, Micah 3:7, continuing on, it says, then shall the seers be ashamed and the diviners confounded. Yea, they shall all cover their lips, for there is no answer of the Most High. Okay, going into the famine of the word. All right, and when that time comes, everyone's going to be seeking the true prophets. Okay, through the Spirit. Elder Manat Zakba did a video yesterday. All right, going into how, be careful of these women that are going to come from these other camps. Okay, when they start seeing judgment starts playing out, okay, they're going to start trying to come around the men of the great millstone. But if they've been with other Israelite men, don't accept them. All right, they listen to other groups, let them stay over there. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. And in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Okay, so they're going to be cut off from the living water. All right, that's that gross darkness. Okay, continuing on, Micah 3:8, it says, but truly I am full of power by the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh, and of judgment and of might, to declare unto Jacob his transgression and to Israel his sin. Okay, so this is what the Lord has called us to do. This is what we're supposed to do. Okay, Isaiah 58. We're supposed to reprove, rebuke, exhort. Okay, Isaiah 58, and I'm going to read verse 1. It says, cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do, and that's the light. All right, the light. Okay, let's get it right quick. Sorry, not Isaiah, Ephesians. Okay, the light makes manifest. Ephesians 5:13, it says, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever doth make manifest is light. So when we reprove, we correct, that's the light. But men, all right, they hate that light. That's why they hate us. And really, they hate Yahweh Shai, because he is that light. All right, John chapter 3 and verse, right here, John 3 and verse 20. I started at 19. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men love darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. That's why they get mad at us. Say, you GMS niggas, you haters, man. You niggas hate your brother. No, actually, rebuking you is an act of love. Okay, because if you don't get it right, you're going to die. Okay, it's life and death. Or if you call on the wrong names, which we're going to keep saying that because that is extremely important, according to Acts 4 and 12. You call on the wrong names, all right, you break certain, commandments. Okay, you get certain things incorrectly. All right, the Lord will destroy you, man. All right, so you have to have the right doctrine that can make you wise unto salvation, pursuing to 2 Timothy 3 and 14. All right, but let's keep reading. It says, verse 20, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh into the light, that his deeds may be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High. All right. So we have the light. So what are we supposed to be doing? We're full of the power and spirit of the Lord, and judgment and might to declare unto Jacob his transgression and to Israel his sin. So we correct our people according to the words of the Bible. That's plain. Okay. Micah 3:9. Hear this, I pray you, ye heads of the house of Jacob and princes of the house of Israel, that abhor judgment and pervert all equity. They build up Zion with blood and Jerusalem with iniquity. Okay. Just like it said in Ezekiel 22. Okay. They're like ravening wolves. All right. Okay, looking to devour the prey because they're teaching you false doctrine, which is going to lead to your death. All right, and why do they do it? Okay, for money, for filthy lucre's sake. Okay, Micah 3:11, the heads thereof judge for reward, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Got 501c3 charter. All right, yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. Okay, and that's what so they really believe the Lord got them under strong delusion that they're not going to be punished for making merchandise of his truth, among many other wicked things that happen, that go on. Okay, but continuing on. Micah 3:12, therefore shall Zion for your sake be plowed as a field, and Jerusalem shall become heaps, and the mountain of the house as the high places of the forest. So everyone that dies because of the false doctrine that you've taught them, all right, the blood is on your head. Okay, the blood is going to be on your head, and you're going to be punished even more so, all right, for teaching that false doctrine. Okay, let's continue on, though. Let's get Isaiah 33. Isaiah 33 and verse 13 through 17. It says, hear ye that are far off what I have done, and ye that are near acknowledge my might. The sinners in Zion are afraid. Fearfulness hath surprised the hypocrites. Who among us shall dwell with the devouring fire? Who among us shall dwell with everlasting burning? Okay, so they think the Lord is with them, but once again, that fearfulness is going to surprise them. Okay, and they're going to be caught up in that lake of fire. He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding of bribe, he ain't got no 501c3 charter, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil. He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munitions of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His waters shall be sure. Okay, so the Lord is going to make sure that Israelite is protected. Thine eyes shall see the king in his beauty. They shall behold the land that is very far off. So there you go. Okay, let's just go over everything we went over in Micah 3. All right, going into the false prophets, how they destroy the people, they prepare war against them, all right, by teaching them lies. And when the Lord comes to visit, okay, when the judgment start going forward, he's going to hide his face from them. Okay, they teach him peace, peace, and the Lord, he didn't put that message in their mouths. They brought that on their own. Okay, he's gonna put that night upon them, the darkness of wisdom, and then of course the great judgments that are going to go forth. All right, and he's going to be quiet. You're going to have the famine of the word. He's not going to answer their prayers in that day. All right, they're not going to hear any correction or reproof. Okay, but right now, you have the men of the Lord that are reproving and correcting our people on a day-to-day basis. All right, as we've been commanded to and been given the power to do so. All right, and then down here, okay, going into, once again, just, reiterating how our people, they pervert equity, they pervert judgment, and they do it for filthy lucre's sake. And because of that, all right, Jerusalem is going to be plowed down like a field. Okay, completely destroyed like grass that's ran over by a lawnmower. Okay, so that's what this chapter is about, this condemnation and calling out of false prophets. Okay, and I'm going to close up with that. Yahweh righteous, always edifying. As always, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. And until next time, Shalom, and Abide Babal.